All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, glad to be here.
And today we are tackling something
Oh, yeah.
a little bit different.
Yeah.
It was not the most, exciting topic necessarily,
Right.
but it is something that every single person listening to this show
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
should be thinking about. And that is
Life insurance.
life insurance, yes.
Big one.
It is a big one. And we were really happy to come across some great material from Diversified insurance brokers. And they really kind of lay it out in a way that
Makes it easy.
makes it easy to understand.
Yeah.
Because, you hear life insurance and you immediately start thinking about all these.
Start sweating a little bit.
Yeah, exactly, right. Like, I don't know what.
It's like going to the dentist. It's like,
What's the premiums going to be? What's the death benefit?
cash value. Where's the...
Yeah. So we're going to try to break it all down.
Absolutely.
And kind of make it
Unpack it a little bit.
a little bit more approachable.
Definitely.
So that you guys can start thinking about this.
Yeah.
And making some good decisions
Informed decisions.
for your future.
Yes.
So, I guess like most people,
Sure.
the first thing that probably comes to mind when you think about life insurance is
Term life.
term life insurance. Like that's
like the intro,
Yeah.
level one.
yeah, level 1,
Yeah.
life insurance 101.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay, so term life insurance is essentially like renting an apartment for your financial security.
Okay.
You choose a specific time period that you want to be covered for, and you pay premiums for that term. Could be 10 years, could be 20 years, could be 30 years. And if during that term something happens
Right.
and you pass away, your beneficiaries get
Yeah.
what is called a death benefit,
Okay.
which is basically a lump sum payout that can help cover any immediate expenses, replace your income,
Okay.
or even fund future goals like, your kid's college education.
So it's like if you're renting an apartment, you're covered for, that lease term.
Right, exactly.
But once it's over, you don't get anything back.
Yeah.
There's no residual
No equity
value.
Yeah, exactly. You're not building anything up. You're just purely protected for that amount of time.
I see.
And that's why term life insurance is typically very affordable,
Okay.
especially when you're younger.
Got it.
So if you're like a young family, you just got a mortgage, you have little kids running around.
Yeah.
This is a really great option to consider.
That makes sense. So it's like the safety net.
Exactly. It's a safety net for a specific period of time.
For a specific time period. Okay. So we've got term life, which is like renting.
Yes.
What about when we want to start thinking about
Owning.
owning the long term? Like when you're,
The forever plan.
the forever plan.
Yeah.
And we start looking at
Permanent life insurance.
permanent life insurance.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that's where it gets a little trickier.
But it's a little more complex.
It's a little more complex.
But also way more interesting.
Okay. So tell me, what's the difference between term and permanent?
So with permanent life insurance, you're covered for your whole life.
Okay.
As long as you keep paying those premiums.
Mhm.
But the really big difference is that permanent life insurance also includes what is called cash value.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there. Cash value. That sounds like a made up term.
I know it sounds like a magical money tree,
Right.
but it's not magic.
Okay.
It's actually really cool. So basically, with permanent life insurance, a portion of each premium payment that you make goes into a separate account.
Okay.
And it starts to grow over time.
So it's almost like a savings account built into your.
Yes, exactly. It's like a forced savings account in a way.
Okay.
And this cash value, you can actually access it later on in life.
Okay.
You can borrow against it or even withdraw from it.
Interesting.
Although it's important to understand what that means for your policy.
Right. Of course. Talk to a professional
Yeah, and definitely.
before you do anything rash.
Absolutely.
But I like this idea of like a forced savings account.
Yeah.
So that's permanent life insurance. Now, are there different types of permanent life insurance?
There are. So one type is called whole life insurance.
Okay.
And this one is like the OG permanent life insurance.
The original gangster.
Yeah, the OG. So with whole life insurance, you get a guaranteed death benefit
Okay.
and your cash value grows at a fixed rate.
Okay. So it's very
It's very predictable.
predictable.
You know what you're going to get.
Got it.
But there are also other types that offer more flexibility.
Okay. I like flexibility.
Yeah, me too. So there's universal life, which is often shortened to UL.
Okay.
UL. So with UL, you can actually adjust your premium payments
Oh, okay.
and your death benefit up or down.
So if you need to change things as your life changes, you can.
Exactly. So if you get a raise or you pay off your mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
you can adjust your premiums accordingly.
Got it.
And the cash value growth with UL is tied to interest rates.
Okay. So it's not fixed.
It's not fixed, so there is the potential for higher returns.
Okay.
But of course, with that comes a little bit more risk.
More risk, more reward.
Exactly.
Okay. So we've got term life, we've got whole life, we've got universal life.
Yes,
I feel like we're missing one.
we are. There's also indexed universal life.
Okay. So this is like universal life 2.0.
Sort of. It's similar to UL in terms of flexibility,
Okay.
but with IUL, the cash value growth is linked to the performance of a specific market index,
Okay.
like the S&P 500, for example.
So it's kind of like investing in the stock market.
It is, but with a safety net.
Okay.
So even if the market takes a downturn,
Hmm.
your principal is typically protected. So
Interesting.
you get the potential for market gains without all the volatility.
So less risk than just investing in the stock market by itself.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. And then there's one more, right?
Yes. There's also variable life insurance.
Okay. So this is like
This is the Wall Street level.
Wall Street. This is like
Yeah.
for experts only.
This is for people who really like to be hands-on with their investments.
Okay. So what makes it so different?
So with variable life insurance, you actually get to choose how your cash value is invested.
Oh, wow.
You can pick from a variety of sub-accounts, kind of like mutual funds.
Okay.
So you have the potential for really high growth,
Hmm.
but of course you're also taking on more risk.
Because you're basically becoming the investor.
Exactly.
You're picking the
You're
stocks.
calling the shots.
Okay. That's a lot
It is a lot.
of information. So we've gone from like
From renting an apartment to
renting an apartment to like
owning a skyscraper.
owning a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean,
Hopefully this has been helpful
yeah, it has been helpful.
in kind of understanding the different types of life insurance that are out there.
Definitely.
But the most important thing is to choose a policy that's right for you.
Right.
Your individual needs, your goals, your risk tolerance.
Yeah, if this all feels a little bit overwhelming, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in. That's why there are resources like Diversified Insurance Brokers
Yes.
who can help you.
Guide you through the process.
Yeah, they can answer all their questions.
Absolutely.
They can look at your specific situation.
Figure a plan for you.
Yeah, and make sure you're getting the coverage that you need
Exactly.
at a price that you can afford.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're feeling lost,
Don't hesitate.
reach out to an expert
They can help.
because ultimately life insurance is about protecting the people that you love.
Yeah.
It's about providing that
Peace of mind.
peace of mind that no matter what happens,
Yeah.
your loved ones are going to be okay.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think this was a really great deep dive.
Yeah, me too.
I hope you all got a lot out of it.
Learned a lot.
And, yeah, think about your own situation.
Yeah.
And take that next step.
Reach out to someone who can help
Yeah,
get
exactly.
the ball rolling.
All right, well, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
And we'll catch you next time.
See you then.